What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. I owe you all a massive apology. And actually, no, I don't owe you that. Who owes you the apology? A massive apology has to be the team from Barcelona. Of course, Juventus was supposed to play Barcelona in a friendly in the United States in Santa Clara, California, and it did not happen. Why? Because their tum-tums hurt. Anyway, stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it is Sunday, July 23rd, 2023. Of course, I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every single day. Before we do anything though, do me a solid favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. And as well as if you could, do me a solid favor, go ahead, pop on down here. If you look over here on this side of the screen over here, you can go follow me at Justin Sofro and the channel or the other channel I'm doing. But more importantly, if you can go, and I'll put a link up over here in this side for you to go follow right now and subscribe to the Now We Can Talk Like Men podcast channel. If you enjoy anything that I do here, have any fun, you want to do some random topics, some random nonsense that's not Juventus related, do that. Go subscribe over there, and you'll be entered in to win a t-shirt. The next one we're giving away will be at 200 subscribers. Every 100 subscribers, we are giving away a t-shirt. So go ahead and do that right now if you could for me there. All right, let's get into it. And then before I really say like jump into it, because we're going to jump into it, but I just got to give my 2 cents about yesterday and the abomination of what happened with Barcelona and their tum-tums hurting. And because, oh, we got a little stomach ache, we can't play the game anymore. I'm sorry. Is the entire team wiped out? I understand it's a friendly and you want to be safe and take some precautions, but you went halfway across the GD world. You went halfway across the world to go play Juventus, to go, more importantly, play in front of, and I'm not hyping up American fans, but what I'm saying is play in front of American fans, play in front of, a fertile crescent, if you will, of fandom, people who'd never seen Barcelona, never seen Juventus play in some situations. And this is their opportunity. The first time you could be developing relationships, developing so many important things when it comes to fanhood. I remember, like I said, being a kid, watching the Italian national team, watching Del Piero as a kid, and how much that meant to me. That's a moment that was taken away from some of these kids here locally. Am I being a little bit too over the top in this? Maybe, potentially, but I don't know. I don't think you can understate what was kind of taken away, and it was taken away from us as fans yesterday to watch whatever bleep show that Max Allegri was about to put on that pitch. And you miss, most importantly, the biggest aspect that we missed out on is you all missed the return of the three-man game. The three of us, Julian, Alejandro, and myself coming hard, watching the games together, doing a watch along, and getting the three of us together back once again. Hopefully, we're definitely going to have more three-man content in the future. But again, this is something that I was disappointed. I was ready to go. I was ready to get lubricated, chug, have a couple beers, watch the game with my guys. Anyway, that's it. That's my spiel. That's all I want to get off. I just think just because your tum-tums hurt isn't a good enough excuse if the entire team hasn't been wiped out to not play a game. I'm sorry. It's not 2020 anymore. Let's move on. People get sick, Anyway, let's get into it. The real news of the day. Let's go ahead and talk about, let's open up with, I guess he's hitting out of here. The old captain of Juventus now, Leonardo Bonucci. Nico Scheda is reporting that Leonardo Bonucci has been offered to Lazio in the last few days, but he currently is not a priority for Lotito. The center back is not in Allegri and Juve's plan and is ready to leave Juventus in the summer transfer window. So that's just something to keep an eye on, see how that develops. What happens with him? Will he end up finding a landing spot, or maybe he'll come to MLS? Maybe he'll do something like that. I don't know. Again, not really my worry at this point. All right, let's continue on and let's talk about other situations as they continue to develop. And John Elkin had to throw his 2 cents into the ring when it came to how is his guy or new man performing. John Elkin said the most important signing we have already made in this Mercado was that of Gentoli. The clearest example of adaptation and innovation and continuity with our history. He will bring Juventus a way of working that enhances young talent and builds champions. Okay, that's fine. I was very excited to get Gentoli. I'm not going to mince words. I was a big proponent. I was on here, giving him it all. That's what I was doing. I was a Gentoli guy. I am a Gentoli guy. I want to believe that he's going to do things to set up Juventus for immediate success. Thus far in this Mercado, I've not seen moves that are going to set Juventus up for immediate success. I have not seen them yet. The names that are being floated out there, just to be frank, have not excited me. And that's not that's not a pun. That's not a pun by what I just said, right? But it just hasn't excited me personally. And I think there's a lot of moves that could be made. There's some things that, like, maybe it doesn't even have to be moves that I 100% agree with, but at least show some kind of some kind of enthusiasm of who you're going after, who's going to be a big target, who's going to be an important target. And right now, I just have not seen that. Losing out on Parisi, I'm only giving Savage go play in the Saudi Arabia. Moves like this, I don't know, they don't excite me. And I understand there was a financial issue and a financial hurt that's going on with this club. But to me right now, I'm looking, the way I look at it, the way I look at the outgoings of this club so far and the names that are on the list and the names that could potentially come in, I feel like we're going to have a worse squad next season than we did last. And I don't know how you tell me that we win not a Champions League, but that we win Serie A with anything like that. That you are competing for top place in Serie A. Because yes, I do need to come back and say, yeah, okay, they were second place technically, but because of the points out, obviously they were not in the top four. And it's not good enough just to be top four. You should be top four. That's the bottom. To me, that's expectations, is being top four. If you're not competing for a Scudetto and next season we look worse, I don't know how many more people are going to continue to check out right now when it comes to Juventus football. Hopefully more will happen. I have faith in Gentoli that he will right this ship, that he will do some smart moves. But it seems right now either he's handcuffed because there's nobody to go after, there's no money to go after players, or maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's continue on though. And going off of the pun that I was talking about that of Frank Kessié and the situation with him, with Juventus really seeming to turn up the heat when it comes to the player. Obviously, I'm not going to say he's a bad player at all. I think he's a great player. I think he'll be a good player. I just don't know if he's going to be the same player that we saw a few years ago. Nicola Belice is reporting that Gentoli is confident that Kessié will be convinced to join Juventus. Barcelona are asking for 20 million euros to sell him permanently, but are also open to a loan deal. Juventus are hoping to sign him on loan with an option and obligation to buy in an operation worth a total of 15 million euros. So that's something to keep an eye on. Again, that's probably the big name signing you're probably looking at in this Mercado, because nothing else is really floated out there. Again, I think it was a bigger name a couple of years ago. I don't know if it's the same quality. Yes, I'll take him. That's fine. But again, I don't know if this does enough for me to really reinvigorate myself as a fan and reinvigorate my hopes and dreams when it comes to Juventus and how they can compete in the short term. Finally, last bit of news we need to get out there and get ahead of and talk about is just, the most predictable news story. Like, who didn't see this coming but Paul Pogba? Sky Italia is reporting that it's very unlikely that Pogba will be ready for the first game of the season. Who didn't know that already? Who didn't know that Paul Pogba missed 80% of the season or more, whatever it was? He's not going to be ready to go at the beginning of the season. I'm sorry. This has been a massive failure. Last summer's Mercado has been an absolute failure if you look at the players and just their output overall. Di Maria, waste of time. Same thing with Pogba. I guess right now, at this point, I guess you're looking at Kostic or Bremer being really the most valuable player that you have. And then with those two names, that's disappointing that neither of them were able to live up to the expectations there. So anyway, we'll see what continues to happen. We will continue to watch this as the rest of the summer unfolds and we get back into the season. But make sure you tune in when we are doing, whenever Juventus does play a game, whenever somebody doesn't have a hurt tummy, a little belly ache, they can show up and play a little game of football every once in a while. We'll see if somebody will be willing to do that. And when they are, and Juventus goes live, Julian, Alejandro, and myself will be there to watch and commentate, I guess, as best as we can throughout the process, or maybe, be a shoulder to lean on for the rest of you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos, and I will see you guys next time.